Welcome to my review of The Devil All the Time, directed by Antonio Campos and written by Antiono and Paulo Campos, starring Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Riley Keogh, Sebastian Stan, and Jason Clarke. It'll be streaming from this Wednesday the 16th on Netflix. Thank you everyone at Netflix for the advanced screener. So now that I've seen it, without any spoilers, let's talk about it. The film is set in the 1950s in southern Ohio and West Virginia, and it follows sinister characters converging around a young man devoted to protecting those he loves in a post-war backwoods town teeming with corruption and darkness. With one of the most exciting ensemble casts that you can find anywhere in any film from the past years. It's got some of the best actors working today, and none of them disappoint. The most surprising for me, however, and I know everyone is saying this, but it really is Tom Holland. He gives a very understated performance. He is very much in control in this film, and it's amazing to see what he can do at such a young age. I knew he was a good actor already. Those of you who haven't seen The Impossible should, but this is very different. This is a young man who has been followed by darkness and sin and violence his entire life, and it starts to get to him, and having so much taken away from him, you start to understand why he wants so much to protect and control those he loves around him. Robert Pattinson gives a none less excellent performance, but in a very different way. He is almost chewing the scenery, he is almost being very cheesy, but he just goes to the line. He is giving exactly the type of performance for this character and for the tone of this film, which is very dark, my friends. This is not a pleasant movie to watch. It looks beautiful, the cinematography is gorgeous, so is the directing and some of the shots, some of the angles, the lighting, the color, but this is a very dark movie. This film focuses a lot on inner darkness for each and every person, on revenge and its effects, outward and inward, and also religious fanaticism. It's never preachy, however, because that's never the main focus of the film. It's just there, and you can see it and you can feel it, and the film explores it in a very interesting manner. But to me, the main takeaway was revenge. How ugly it makes us. It very much reminded me of The Last of Us Part 2. No spoilers for that over here, but it felt very similar in its themes. One thing that I loved about the film is that it doesn't really villainize anyone. It shows good qualities in all its characters and bad qualities in all its characters. None of the people that you follow in this film are really evil. Well, almost no one. That gives complexity, relatability, and it makes you see the point of view of each and every character you follow. The film is also very good at creating tension. Some of the scenes in this film just linger on a character sometimes walking or suspiciously looking at every movement that another character is doing in a scene. So you're never sure what one person is going to do next, because the film sometimes focuses on someone being overall a good person. Maybe they're just very human, but they're overall good. And then in comes a scene that kind of makes you shift that perspective and, okay, they're not really that good. So the film does a great job at humanizing everyone, but never really painting them in either a shade of black or white. It's all in very shades of gray, and I thought the themes in this film in that way were explored very well. As far as issues are concerned, I think the film for its first half an hour is a bit scattered. You need to be introduced to all the characters that are going to come into play, but I really felt like some of the characters in that first half an hour didn't need to be there. We had enough time to get to know them and what they were all about throughout the rest of the film, and I felt the film was a bit disjointed in its first act, in setting up everything and everyone that was going to come into play in the story. It feels like one of those stories where everyone is a chess piece and it starts to converge, but in the beginning it didn't really feel right. The Devil All the Time is sprawling and brutal. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's gritty, it follows very interesting characters with a very interesting way of telling a story. Nevertheless, my main takeaway is a lot of people are going to put their eyes on Tom Holland from now on and not just see him as Spider-Man, as he very much deserves. I'm giving The Devil All the Time a B+. Now, are you excited about The Devil All the Time, my beautiful geekies, or have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I have some very, very great reviews coming very soon to you. The Boys episode 6 this week, Antebellum as well, and many others, so I hope to see you there. And please, until the next video, please do remember to subscribe, like, and share the video because it really helps me and the channel out, but most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.